guys, thank you so much for watching my video. I'm so excited to film this for you today. Today we are gonna talk about something that not enough people talk about, and that is period panties. I have recently become obsessed, passionate, I love period panties, okay? I'm all about them. And in this video, I want to tell you why. I'm going to split this video up into 3 sections. First, I'm going to talk about what period panties even are. Second, I'm going to talk about how to take care of them. And third, I'm going to talk about just my recommendations and why I recommend these period panties. I hope you guys enjoy. Please subscribe, like it, do all those things. So what even is a period panty? Well, it's exactly what it sounds like. Period panties are underwear that you wear on your period. Depending on you and like your flow and all of that, depends on if you can wear a period panty by itself or if you can wear a period panty as like a backup for a tampon or pad or whatever. But I believe that most women with moderate, normal flows, and even if it's like a little heavy, can just wear period panties without any sort of backup. So the first most like prominent period panty out there were the Thinx underwear, and that's these. They look like this. As you can see, they're not like super bulky. They don't look like crazy. They just look like pretty much regular underwear, but they're not. They're the best things in the world. So what period panties are is basically this underwear is made up of multiple different layers of fabrics and it absorbs your period. To me, that's revolutionary, and I will talk about that more in the why I love the section in the back. I think most people are afraid of leaking or being smelly, but both of these things are really well contained within these underwears. Like, they are made really, really well. So that's what period panties are. They're exactly what they sound like. They're underwear that you wear on your period that absorb your period. Kind of like a cloth pad, except way more comfortable and a lot just better overall. And a lot more expensive, honestly. A pair of Thinx panties will run you $30 for one pair, and that's pretty crazy, but they last you for years. And if you add up the amount you spend on tampons or pads or whatever you use for your period, it'll definitely be more than buying a couple of period panties. But Thinx is not the only brand out there. Thanks, if you want to send me some period panties, I will love you, but they're not the only brand of period panty out there anymore. I definitely think they are the best one out there, but there are other ones, and I'll talk about that in a little bit. So I'm going to really quickly talk about how to care for period panties, because I think this is like the most important thing. If you can care for these underwear well, then you will have no problems with like smelling, you will have no problems with like really anything, but it's super important to take care of them really well. So ideally, if you can afford it, you would just buy a bunch of period panties and then just wear them and then just wash them once. But realistically, these are really expensive, so that probably isn't gonna like work out for most people. For me, I just bought 2 pair of Thinx panties. I just bought 2 for my entire period, and I made these 2 work for the whole period. It was definitely hard, and I do recommend getting more and getting other brands, which again I'll talk about in a second. But you just need a couple. You don't have to go out and spend a bunch and buy like a week's worth. So the best way to take care of these. First of all, on your first few days of your period, when you're super duper heavy, you can wear even 2 of these at once, or you can like switch them out after wearing them for like an hour or 2. So what you're supposed to do with these is you're supposed to hand rinse them and then put them in the washer on cold water with like soap and all that and let them wash. My recommendation is every time you take a shower, take them in the shower with you, let them rinse off in the shower, and in the shower use a little bit of like body wash or even shampoo to kind of help it wash and hand wash it a little bit. This will keep them like perfectly fine. Hand washing them in the shower, even hand washing them in the sink is fine, but I just think it's easier to take them into the shower and hand wash them. So in the first few days of my period, when it's like super heavy, what I would do is I would use one of them for probably up to like 6 hours, no more than 6 hours. And then I will go to the shower, wash that one, hand wash it really good. I even like to take a little bit of detergent into the shower, like in a cup. I'll just take a little bit of detergent and I will rinse them off, hand wash them in the shower, and then I just put them out to dry. And I'll use like the other one, the fresh one. And these do take a while to dry, but right now I'm lucky, it's summer, so it takes them about like 6 hours to dry in the sun. So then by the time I want to use a new one after wearing one for 6 hours, I can go and this will be dry. You're not supposed to put them in the dryer, which is the really annoying part. Another thing that's really annoying, especially if you only have a few of these, is that you have to run your washer basically every day, because at the end of the day, like, you want to wash these and make sure they're super clean. Obviously you don't want to like keep reusing really nasty like underwears, so you definitely want to wash them as often as you can, which is kind of annoying honestly, but it's fine. Don't worry about like your other clothes or anything getting damaged, like that's not gonna happen. What I do on those days that I'm on my period is just do like extra small loads at the end of the day. Just wash all the clothes that I need to wash. Also during this time, like, I'll wash my sheets, like I'll wash extra stuff just so that I can do this laundry every day. But ideally, like, you can ask for these for gifts and stuff and just over time build your inventory of period panties, and then you'll have 7 and you can just wear them each every day, and then at the end of the week wash them all together. That's the goal. So that's how you take care of your period panties. Hand wash them. I recommend hand washing in the shower with a little bit of detergent or at least a little bit of body wash or something, and then throwing them into the washer. Unless you need to use them, then just hang dry them and then use them, and then you can wash them as soon as you can. So moving on, I have some tips, some recommendations, and then I want to just talk about why I think period panties are the future and why I think everybody should just get on board. So first tip is, there is this brand called Bam Body. They are significantly cheaper than Thinx. They are about $10 each for these panties. You can get 3 for $30 on Amazon. I definitely recommend Thinx for like your heavier days or even your moderate days, but after the first 2-3 days of your period, when it becomes like light and kind of just like whatever, I like to use these Bam Body ones. And even like I said, on the first few days of my period, when I use like the Thinx ones, in between like using the Thinx ones, I can use these Bam Body ones for like an hour or so to just wash those or like give those extra drying time. Like, these are just my extra period panties. I prefer the Thinx ones, again, just because I feel like they're more absorbent and I feel like they just hold, especially like heavier flows, better. But realistically, you can't go a week with just 2 underwears. Like, it's really hard. So that's why I got the Bam Body ones. So at the end of my periods, I'll be fine. And again, like, I can just use these while I'm washing my other ones. So it's good. I think 5 period panties is probably the best thing. These were $90 altogether. These were $30 each. These were $30 for all 3 of them. $90, and I basically don't have to buy tampons or pads for a good 3-4 years. So I think that's worth it. Not only is it like a money-saving thing, but it is such a big deal for the environment, you guys. I believe that getting rid of disposable things is one of the best things we can do for the environment. So that's why I try to not use like plastic bags, or like when I have a baby, I'm really gonna try to like cloth diaper, because I just don't want to fill the world with garbage. It's just so unnecessary. Like, how many tampons and pads do we use for one period? Like, that is so much garbage. And not only that, okay, that's one part of it. Like, I love the environment, I want to help the environment, but on another side, this is so much more comfortable than anything else. This is... الو مامان جون.
سلام دختر گل
سلام.
میگم سلام عزیز دلم.
باش خواهش میکنم. ببینم خدافظ. Hold on, you guys, I have to do something for my grandma. Okay, sorry. Where was I? Oh yeah, raving. As I was saying, these are so much more comfortable than anything. It's so much more comfortable than sticking a tampon inside of you. It's so much more comfortable than walking around with like a pad, like waddling, like just, I can't even like imagine going back to that lifestyle. I cannot, like I can never again. Like periods suck themselves, and then like using those things just made it suck so much more, I now realize. Like you're just so uncomfortable. Like, oh my gosh, I cannot. So ever since I started using period panties, I just realized that this is so much more comfortable. It's so much more freeing. I can imagine like being an athlete and just being so excited about these because like, oh my gosh, like you don't have to give up your mobility. You don't have to give up like comfort, you know? And that's why I love them. They're comfortable, they're good for the environment, they're good for your wallet, they're awesome. As long as you know how to take care of them, well, make sure again that you're just hand washing them really well. Never use hot water, never put them in the dryer. Just do what you're supposed to do with these, and they are so worth it, you guys. Thank you so much for watching my video. I hope I helped you guys. I hope I inspired you. I hope I guided you in the right direction. I definitely recommend giving period panties a try. You can buy like one at a time. You don't have to spend a bunch of money and buy them all at once. And again, Thinx is not the only brand out there anymore. I would have just talked about Thinx underwear, but they don't send me free underwear, so I'm not gonna. Thinx isn't the only one out there, okay? We have other kinds of period panties out there now too. We got cheaper ones, but Thinx, if you want to send me underwear, I will just talk about you. I love you, so please, please. Thank you guys. I love you so much. Have a great one. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.